and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. First, the top story. Bandits have abducted the Deputy Speaker of the Kebbi State House of Assembly, Samaila Bagudu, in his hometown Bagudu local government area of the state. The Chief Press Secretary to the Kebbi State Government, Mr. Ahmed Idris, confirmed the abduction to Channels Television, while the Kebbi State Police Command has also confirmed the abduction of the Deputy Speaker, attributing it to the work of suspected armed bandits. According to a statement issued by the Public Relations Officer of the Kebbi Police Command, CSP Nafiu Abubakar, the incident occurred on Friday, October the 31st, 2025, at about 8:20 p.m. when a group of armed men invaded Bagudu town, abducted the lawmaker shortly after he had observed the Ishai prayers and was returning home. CSP Abubakar says a joint team comprising police tactical units, military personnel, and local vigilantes has been deployed to the area. He explains that the combined team is currently combing through routes operated by bandits and surrounding forests in an effort to rescue the lawmaker unhurt and apprehend those responsible for the attack. And we begin with security matters. In continuation of the ongoing operation, codenamed Operation Lafi and Okowa, aimed at flushing out hibernating bandits and terrorists elements within its area of jurisdiction, troops of 6th Brigade, Nigerian Army, Sector 3, Operation Wellstroke, have intensified clearance operations across Taraba State. Acting on credible intelligence on the activities of the bandits around Takum local government area, the troops on Friday, October the 31st, conducted a clearance patrol through Toze, Kofar Ahmadu, Tonyi, Unam, Bayongo, and Yongoba villages. A statement issued by the Public Relations Officer, 6th Brigade, Nigerian Army, Lieutenant Umar Muhammad, reveals that the advanced troops received fresh intelligence at Kofar Ahmadu village, indicating that the bandits were sighted around TY Farm in Tati. The troops immediately moved towards the area through Sabongida Tati, made contact with the criminals, and when confronted with their superior firepower, the bandits fled deep into the forest. The troops subsequently discovered and destroyed a major bandits camp and recovered one Dane gun and other items from the site. At least 2 persons have been confirmed dead, with many others injured following a clash over ownership and leadership of a Jumat mosque in Taraba State. The clash led to the imposition of a curfew to arrest the situation and create room for amicable resolution of the conflict. The Taraba State Governor, Mr. Abu Kaifas, visited the palace of the traditional ruler in the community, the Gara Donga, to have a first-hand information and was briefed on what transpired. Worried over the development, the governor asked the factions to identify a land of their choice for the reconstruction of new mosques, which he promised to fund. This is cheering news to the residents because the mosque in contention remains sealed till further notice.
I don't want bloodshed in my regime, in my time. I will evaluate the cost of this mosque and give all the groups money to go and build. All of you, all the groups, I will give you money to go and build the mosque you want so that peace will reign. I can make that sacrifice. Because today now, if I say, so this mosque now become a central mosque for all of you, and it will not belong to anyone. So I want all of you to go and sit down and have a meeting under the leadership of the Muslim Council, if you trust the Muslim Council, and come up with bill so that you can build mosques that look like this one. all of you build the one that look like this one for yourselves, for peace. Then this one is for all of you. Please.
The Bauchi State Government, through the Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment Agile project, is set to renovate and upgrade 250 schools across the state. This was disclosed during a capacity building and sensitization workshop for technical service providers under the project. The government says it remains committed to creating a future where every child has the opportunity to learn, grow and thrive. Our correspondent Hajara Aliu reports.
Thank you.
Officials from the Bauchi State Government, the Ministry of Education and the Agile project supported by the World Bank are meeting with technical service providers and other key stakeholders from the 20 local government areas. The workshop aims to sensitize participants ahead of the implementation of a major school project involving the renovation and upgrade of 250 schools across the state. The State Project Coordinator outlines some requirements and procedures for the project's execution.
Your work is central to Agile's goal of improving access to safe, inclusive, and conducive learning environment for adolescent girls. This sensitization aims to deepen your understanding of Agile technical standards, procurement processes, environmental and social safeguards, and gender-sensitive design requirements.
The Commissioner for Education reiterates the government's determination to improve education standards, warning against any form of compromise in project delivery.
Be reminded that government is putting so much in education, and will not allow our personal interests to overshadow the interests of the government desire in improving the quality of education in the state.
Representing the governor, the secretary to the state government, Aminu Hamayu, cautions technical service providers that the government is monitoring and would hold them to account, stressing the need to adhere strictly to World Bank specifications.
It's important for us as stakeholders at every level that we must what they are doing. We must ensure that the projects are done based on specifications, and that we would hold ourselves and specifically the technical service providers responsible for any failure that would come up in the implementation of this project. So this is very, very important.
This initiative forms part of the Agile project's goal to enhance access to quality education, with subsequent phases expected to include the construction of new schools across Bauchi State. Hajara Aliyu, Channels Television News.
The governor of Adamawa State, Umaru Fintiri, has donated the sum of 30 million naira to patients at the state-owned specialist hospital and the Modibo Adama Teaching Hospital, both in Yola, the state capital. The governor announced the donation during an impromptu visit to the two health facilities to support the medical treatment of the vulnerable as part of activities marking his birthday.
Governor Umaru Fintiri of Adamawa State arrives at the Yobe Specialist Hospital accompanied by his chief of staff and some members of the state executives. He is received by the State Commissioner of Health, Mr. Felix, and Medical Director of the hospital, Dr. Dauda, and other officials. He proceeds to the wards to see some of the patients on admission. Before departing the specialist hospital, Governor Fintiri announces a donation of 15 million naira to those in admission at the facility.
marasa lafiya kuma ya gaishe su da musu addu'a da fatan Allah ubangiji ya ba su
It departs the specialist hospital for the Modibo Adamawa Teaching Hospital in Yola South local government area within the state capital, where he also donated another 15 million naira to the hospital's Paupers Fund for the treatment of the less privileged. Speaking shortly after the visit, Governor Fintiri explains his decision to identify with the sick in these two health facilities.
I decided to use this to commemorate my birthday so that I can share with the sick and also give them what I have. And I've decided to give what I had in the State Specialist Hospital.
He reaffirms his commitment to strengthening healthcare delivery across the state.
I will continue to build secondary healthcare where they are not available. I will continue to equip and put modern equipments in the existing ones.
The medical director, Specialist Hospital Yola, describes the visit as a taste of the goodwill of the governor, assuring that the donation will be judiciously utilized.
Elated, very happy because it's part of what Her Excellency, the First Lady of the state has also done in the past.
The government is assuring residents that his administration remains committed to addressing the legitimate concerns and improving the working conditions in the state's health institutions.
In Yobe State, the government, through its contributory healthcare management agency, has undertaken a free medical outreach to 1,000 vulnerable persons in Unguru and Potiskum local government areas of the state. The exercise, tagged Buni Medical Outreach, provided free surgeries to 200 vulnerable individuals, as well as 800 others suffering from different ailments. The executive secretary of the agency, Dr. Babagana Tijani, revealed that the exercise is part of the informal sector's expansion designed to achieve universal healthcare coverage.
In its drive to achieve universal healthcare coverage, the Yobe State government has organized a free medical outreach for 1,000 vulnerable persons in Nguru and Potiskum local government areas of the state. The exercise, tagged Buni Medical Outreach, provided free surgeries for 200 patients and treated 800 others suffering from various ailments.
Through the Yobe State Contributory Healthcare Management Agency, under the stewardship of Dr. Babagana Tijani, who organized this 2-day event, which is targeted at 200 surgeries, which is already ongoing in the theater. We shall go there and see. About half of them have had the surgery from morning, now they have gone. Other component is antenatal care service for 200 pregnant women, where medication will be given to them for the rest of their pregnancy.
The outreach is part of ongoing efforts to bring quality healthcare closer to residents, including comprehensive antenatal care, medical screening, pediatric consultations, and other services for those who cannot afford hospital bills.
As part of the commitment of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Yobe State to expand the informal sector of Yobe State Contributory Healthcare Management Agency, graciously gave approval for us to organize this very important outreach in Potiskum, and last week we had one in Guru for us to sensitize. We use the medium to sensitize people to key into the informal sector program, so that to expand the total coverage of the contributory care management scheme in this.
The medical outreach aligns with the state's informal sector expansion plan under the contributory healthcare scheme.
We want to pray for His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, Honorable Malabuni, for approving this program in our community. Of course, antenatal care is a special care given to a pregnant woman from the conception up to the delivery. So, giving a pregnant woman drug that will take care of her pregnancy is like giving her life.
The Yobe state government says that such exercises will continue periodically in underserved communities, ensuring that every citizen, regardless of income, benefits from quality and affordable health care.
In Yobe State, the Federal Medical Center of the Association of Resident Doctors has declared a total industrial action with a demand on the federal government to meet the demand of its members. The president of the association, Yobe State Chapter, Dr. Aminu Habibu, revealed that all his members have been asked to stay away from their duty posts until further instructions from the National Secretariat of the association. The demands, among others, include call-hour regulations, specialist allowances, downgrading of membership certificates, unjust dismissal of 5 resident doctors, and the slow progress in the collection of bargaining agreements with the federal government.
These demands are 19 demands. And then part of it, there are some of the welfare demands, and then some of them are structural design to the hospital. And for some of them are the issues related to areas that are accumulated more than 3 years. Part of which is an adjustment which is supposed to be done for about 10 years or thereabout, which has not been done up to now. Part of it is the 25-35 areas which is supposed to be given to all the members. This has not been given. A lot people our doctors are suffering. Some of us have no way to pay our rent, to take our children to schools. These are issues that we need somebody who is well-rested doctors to be taking care of the patient. And also part of it is the issue of the call hours. Some of our doctors spend almost a month on daily calls. So can you imagine that doctor seeing a patient and you deserve an excellent result from him? These are some of the issues that we are clamoring for to get.
Away from the health sector now, remaining with the health sector rather, women in Taraba State are calling on the federal government to subsidize cancer care and treatment, as over 40 women are reported to die daily in Nigeria due to breast cancer. The women, under the auspices of Medical Women Association of Nigeria, in collaboration with the Northeast Development Commission and Taraba State government, are insisting that all hands must be on deck to win the fight against cancer in the state. Data provided by the International Research Agency on Cancer reveals that Nigeria recorded 28,380 new breast cancer cases in 2020, representing 22.7% of new cancers and accounting for the highest proportion of all cancer types. This disturbing data, coupled with the financial burden accompanying cancer care and treatment, is the rationale behind a sensitization campaign against breast and cervical cancer, which held across streets in Jalingo, the Taraba State capital. Hearing my voice. Organizers of the campaign, led by the Medical Women Association of Nigeria in collaboration with the Northeast Development Commission, are concerned that vaccines do not exist for breast cancer but only for cervical cancer, and that women turn up late for diagnosis and screening.
The event is a testament to the powerful collaboration between Medical Women Association and the Northeast Development Commission, NEDC, as M1's motto beautifully encapsulates healing with the love of a mother. Our organization is dedicated to providing compassionate care and support. So I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Northeast Development Commission for partnering with Medical Women Association to make this event a reality.
This mandate is to improve the quality of life of our people, and that begins with health. No community can truly recover or proper when its women who form the backbone of families and society are held back by preventable disease This is why the Commission continues to support the initiative.
Representing the Taraba State Government during the campaign is the Permanent Secretary, Taraba Ministry of Women Affairs and Child Development. She assures residents of the state government's resolve to prioritize the health and well-being of citizens, but regrets that it cannot win the fight against cancer alone.
Our administrations focus on healthcare partnership, preventive advocacy, and community outreach is ensuring that no woman is left behind in the fight for better health. However, the fight against cancer cannot be won by government alone. It requires all hands on deck. Health professionals, civil society, the private sector, the media, and indeed every one of us here today.
Unlike cervical cancer that has a vaccine, breast cancer currently has none, and the Nigeria Medical Association is cautioning against stigmatization as it recommits to promoting prevention, early detection, and treatment.
The Nigerian Medical Association is deeply committed to promoting prevention of cancer, early detection,
and treatment.
We are the enemy. We actually recognizes the pivotal role that awareness and advocacy brings changes in the narratives of cancer in our society.
Breast and cervical cancer survivors at the event urged women to always make themselves available for screening early, as the campaign highlights the need for awareness creation and support for victims. And that's our package on the program today. Thank you for watching. Join us again same time next week when we'll bring you another round of editions covering different regions of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.